So Quinn Ewers is in the transfer portal. I know I made a TikTok about it, but the more I think about this transfer portal move, from the #1 quarterback in the 2022 class reclassified because he could take an English class and get an NIL deal with Ohio State. The more I think about this, the more weird it gets and the more I have more thoughts about it. And right now I'm watching Baylor go up 14-3 maybe by the time I post this video. Oklahoma State has come back and punched their ticket to the playoff, and now I'm feeling like my prediction for picking Oklahoma was stupid because every fiber of my being was saying, trust Baylor. Trust that Baylor and that Oklahoma State can't actually ever get to a national title, or, I mean, Oklahoma State can't get there and can't even get a chance. They're always going to be a New Year's Six bowl, and that's it. But that's my Oklahoma State slander for the day. And who knows, maybe they got in. Maybe they got in, but they don't look great in this first quarter, and the beginning of the second, just, I didn't believe in their offense. Their offense is not good enough to win a title or get into a playoff chance, but their defense is. Truth of it. And watch this all age terribly. But anyways, back to Quinn Ewers. This guy is the highest rated recruit ever. Let that sink in. We are talking about a guy that could come to your program and change everything. He has connections to everybody in this 2022 class because he was a part of this class. He was the #1 guy before Travis Hunter. He was that guy. And then he went to Ohio State, and we'll get this part out of the way. I feel that there's a part of me that's telling me, again, conspiracy theorist, he went there to develop. And if he did, what's saying that other players won't do this? There's a part of me that thinks that he went to Ohio State to go develop behind guys, and then, like, almost like a G League, and decided that he's gonna go somewhere else. Because the move from Ohio State, if you don't know the story, he was originally committed to Texas. He's from Carroll High School. There's a picture of him in a Texas jersey, and we'll get into the connection to Texas later on in this video, but decommits. Tom Herman originally recruited him, so that's why he's not guaranteed to go to Texas, because the head coach at Texas isn't the same that recruited him. And he went to Ohio State, and what turned out to be one of the most crowded QB rooms. And CJ Stroud has popped off. You have other guys, McCord. You have Jack Miller just joined the transfer portal. You had Ewers. I think you have another 5-star in there. And it's a loaded QB room with a high schooler in there. You can't even say really freshman. It was a high schooler in there, a senior high schooler. And I think Quinn made one of the most bold moves to join the transfer portal, and he's truly treating it like a free agency portal. Because now he has a list of 3 college football teams. You got Texas Tech, Texas A&M, and Texas. Sounds like the boy wants to come home. And he is a pro-style quarterback, and he is seen as a generational talent. What program out of those 3 is in desperate need of a big-time player to change everything? That has a freshman wide receiver that just became one of the best wide receivers in college football. What, if not the best, when healthy, running back in college football. An offensive innovator at your head coach. And you're about to join one of the most prestigious conferences in college football, but you get a buffer year to figure things out before getting into that conference, and you get to test your waters against Alabama. A struggling offensive line, though, that could get helped with whoever he brings in the recruiting cycle. I don't want him to go to Texas, but I don't see a world where he doesn't land in Texas. And if he doesn't go to Texas, it will be a video in of itself because it will be a failure on Sarkisian's part. This should be a layup for him. I don't understand how people can think that if Sarkisian doesn't get Ewers, like, I'm in the boat to give Sarkisian, no matter what, a year to 2 more years. But you have to understand, if he doesn't get Quinn Ewers here, this is what saves his job. This is the moment where he could turn Texas back and go from a 5-year rebuild to maybe a 2 to 3 year rebuild. I can't express this enough. Sark, this is we're talking right now. And I think this is a layup. And it's so important right now that he could try. He has a window of 11 days to get Quinn Ewers officially a Longhorn. And being an A&M fan as I am, I don't want to see this happen. I always want to see Texas flop. But I have to also be unbiased in the fact that this is a layup for him. Because the other competitors that are in his top 3 originally, I'm sure everyone's going to throw a pitch at him, and we may have a sleeper team that comes in. USC has been rumored to try. And if that's the case, then that will be insane. But they have Malachi Nelson, who could wait for a year. Quinn Ewers, I think because of this year being in the backup role, he's going to be ready to start immediately. Especially the earlier you get him into the building and get used to the playbook. I think this guy's going to take over college football immediately. But you have Tech, who I saw a Texas Tech Instagram post say that they were in the lead. I don't think Tech is really a contender, and if they are, wow. A&M, who is seen as the biggest competition to Texas right now, they have Connor Wigman, who is in the 2022 class. He's a top 50 player, a 5-star quarterback. He's a mobile guy. He fits Jimbo's system really, really well. They are very high on Connor Wigman. I think Evan Stewart's super high on Connor Wigman, but he's also super high on Ewers. And that's why that early signing period is so crucial for specifically who don't get Quinn Ewers. You want to get as many guys signed on as possible, because wherever Quinn goes and you have a guy that's really connected to him, there's a chance he could be gone. And you need to get him to sign that signature as soon as possible. And that's why this 11 days, you throw the kitchen sink if you are Sarkisian. And I say the pitch is easy because you are getting rid of a ton of Tom Herman guys that had no heart. Your pitch is so simple. Okay, you get Bijan Robinson, a bunch of young running backs, another kid Robinson, Xavier Worthy, an offensive line that you could promise to develop, a quarterback spot that I understand that a lot of Texas fans are huge on Malik Murphy, but I know they would switch to Quinn. They just want to win. They're not tied to any players. I guarantee you that. But and I feel for Malik Murphy solely because that man, I've seen that man recruit. He is a huge Texas supporter. He's under every single Texas post commenting. He looks like a great guy. He's a good player. He's a 4-star. I think borderline 5-star. But this pitch, like the same thing for A&M is there. And I think A&M has the stronger pitch, but the problem is I don't think they're going to pitch too aggressively. I think Sarkisian's going to be the more desperate player in this, because this is something that you could get boosters behind. I mean, he is the highest rated recruit. I can't express this enough. He's the biggest transfer opportunity, and it's a layup for you. He was already committed to the program once. I don't understand if Texas messes this up. Fire Sarkisian. Fire everyone. Move out of the city. I don't know what else to tell you. If you let Jimbo Fisher and crew, who have Evan Stewart, who have Damon Demas, who have Devon Achane, who has LJ Johnson, who has a very good offensive line, who is building with a freshman of the year in Bryce Foster, and Father Ree and plenty of offensive linemen, a fantastic defense who's already in the SEC, who's playing fantastic competition right now and isn't out of a bowl race this past year. But if Quinn Ewers goes to A&M, college football is going to turn on its head, because he did pick Texas over A&M. Like, A&M was in contention before, but what would A&M do? They would have 2 5-stars coming in, and I think, honestly, if I'm Tech or A&M or Texas or USC, anybody on the outside, I'm going all in, because what's wrong with picking the most talented guy and getting the most out of your quarterback? I understand going all in on one quarterback that is coming into your cycle, but if you just want to get the best for your program, go get the best players. That is the name of the game in college football. Get the best players and the best fits for your program. If they feel that Connor Wigman is the better fit for Texas A&M, then go with him. If you believe that. But the majority consensus is Quinn Ewers is the better football player, but is he the better fit for your program? And for Texas, he's the perfect guy. He's a big-time personality. He's the perfect guy to come revitalize their program. And it's an easy layup for Sarkisian. They talk about Sark effect all the time. And I see Evan Stewart liking posts about Texas players saying, hey. Like, you have to maximize this opportunity, because it will not come often again. And this is the type of momentum that you could get, like Cam Dewberry to hop on. You have guys like Arch Manning who will see the success that Quinn Ewers could have. You get Arch Manning. This is a critical point, and it cannot be understated. And I've already made a transfer portal video, and I will continue to make transfer portal videos or recruiting videos, because I love talking about this stuff. But man, this is huge. When I saw this, I could not believe it. And we could get into the conspiracies about Quinn Ewers potentially just using this as a buffer year to learn under Ryan Day and to learn under these quarterbacks, which would be, I think I will make a separate video on, because that is insanity if that's the case. If players start to join programs just to leave to learn under them, I don't know if it's playing time. A lot of people say that a lot of freshmen leave because of playing time. It could be for a multitude of reasons. Could be being away from home, could be family, could be coaching, could be anything. Most of the time it can be playing time, but man, what a transfer. What a move. And I will make a completely another video on where he lands. And I think even if he does end up at Texas, I will shout out Sarkisian for it, and Texas football will get real interesting here in a minute. I'm not even counting Tech as a contender. And if this ages terribly, it ages terribly. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to start posting some of these clips on TikTok, trying to spread the word of whatever I'm posting. If you got any teams, college football weekends happening right now, right above me is my TV where Baylor and Oklahoma State, and Baylor has the ball and they're driving 14-3. Is Oklahoma State out of the playoff? I guess we'll find out.